How is? Yeah, so like the first question is, how did you hear about Crystal Complete Building?
We heard about Crystal Complete from neighbours and friends, and as a result of that, we looked at the work that was done there, and we saw it was to a high standard, and we were happy enough to have an initial conversation, which led to a final project.
Great stuff. And the like, what work were you getting done?
So we initially wanted to change the kitchen, but we really didn't know what we wanted. We had several conversations. Looking back over photos, you could see that we started conversations with Crystal actually nearly 2 years ago, and it was the first time that Crystal came to the house and had a look at what we wanted. Came with a couple of ideas that helped us then on what we wanted to do with the kitchen design, which we were able to bring in. And the kitchen itself then kind of became almost as important as the building works that were getting done, because they were designed to complement each other. The idea of the door in the back originally was not in any plans or designs, but based on work that was previously done, you guys had shown us what it would look like, what it could look like, and we thought that was really going to complement the type of kitchen design that we were going to go for. So yeah, we kind of started with a very blank page, and it grew into what would be quite a sizable project for us.
Yeah.
So like, you kind of answered this, but like the initial consultation, you said was almost 2 years ago. So what was it about that prompted you to choose Crystal for the project?
I think it was the ideas, because we had an idea of what we wanted to do, but we were very focused on just changing the kitchen. But then it was the suggestions of what we could do and how we could change the space and make the space bigger and more workable for us. So we felt confident then in the decisions that we were making around the kitchen, and then around changing. Then it turned into changing the utility room and changing the sitting room. And again, there were ideas that we had never considered and that were made to us. So that's why it kind of took us time then just to digest those ideas, and that's what kind of to make our final decision of what we wanted to go with.
So when the job actually started, then how did things go? Like how did you find the punctuality of the lads and how they got on and got the work done?
So I was probably the one who was here most of the time. So this is one thing that I've recommended to many friends already, is in terms of the everyday, and lads were here bang on time. Whatever time they said they were going to be here, they were here on time. They finished punctually every day, knowing that we had a family that were going to be coming in the evening. The house was left every single day workable for us. Everything was cleared back, and then particularly on a Friday, the whole place was just cleared down completely on a Friday so that we could use the house as normal. We stayed in the house. We did consider whether we might need to move out during the renovations. I'm glad we didn't, because there were a lot of little pivots kind of along the way, just things that we had to be answered kind of on every couple of days. There might have been things that might need to be tweaked. So I was glad that we were here and able to make those decisions. But in terms of the politeness, we had good fun with all the lads, extremely mannerly, courteous. I couldn't fault them. Yeah, great experience.
And I think just for me as well, I'd done a bit of travelling during when the project was on, so actually it gave me great comfort that with the house being open, that the guys were here, they were securing the house every night. When this wall came out, there was a stone wall partition put in that actually sealed off the house, which gave me that additional security element, which I was really happy with.
Great stuff. And so, like, what's your overall satisfaction with how the job went? And
Genuinely couldn't be happier. It's beyond what I had hoped it was going to be perfectly honest. I knew one of the main things was getting light into the kitchen and modernising the kitchen space, but it's absolutely just beyond what I thought it was going to be. There's not one thing that I would change, and I'm happy with any of the suggestions that came along, and we made some little changes along the way, and they just complemented what we had hoped it would be. Absolutely delighted.
Yeah, really, really happy.
Would you be happy to recommend Crystal for future work? And would you use Crystal Complete Building yourself for any future work?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, there is another project I'd like to kick off at some point in the future, and there's only one person I'm going to speak to about that. So, from my perspective, absolutely.
We've already recommended Crystal to a number of our friends who have already made contact.
Yeah.
And yes, I'd be very, very confident, 100% to recommend Crystal.
Thank you very much.